Greetings, mobile delegates. I'm Ashley Esqueda, and it's time for your Mobile Nation's Monday Brief, where I bring you the best of CrackBerry, Android Central, WebOSNation, WPCentral, and iMore. It's been a busy week in tech, so let's jump into it. Android Central is continuing its coverage of the one line of HTC smartphones with a hands-on and initial review of the HTC One V. They've brought the chin back from the HTC legend, and it looks like the One V is a more than worthy entry-level device for those of you that don't need bleeding-edge phones to satisfy your Android needs. The One V packs a nice little punch for its scaled-back specs and still comes with Beats Audio and Ice Cream Sandwich installed. The 5-megapixel camera handily outperforms even the Galaxy Nexus camera because of HTC's ImageSense chip. No word yet on an official release date, but you can bet we'll be seeing this little beauty in the hands of consumers soon enough. The CrackBerry Nation was facing a bit of controversy after Alex Saunders, RIM's VP of Developer Relations, tweeted that sideloading apps on the Playbook would be removed in a future update. Of course, this caused some serious outrage for a lot of Playbook users who felt it was a terrible idea. Saunders quickly took to the official RIM developer blog and lamented the lack of more space to explain himself on Twitter. I'm not exactly sure why he didn't just write a blog post in the first place instead of tweeting something so obviously inflammatory, but anyway. He clarified that sideloading is not being removed for developers, but that sideloading definitely wasn't for people to load pirated apps. The next release of Playbook OS will contain a feature to encrypt apps so they can only launch for the person who bought it. So hold off on sharpening your pitchforks and lighting the torches, CrackBerry addicts. For now. Windows Phone may have found a new fan this past week in the form of one Steve Wozniak. That's right, that other co-founder of Apple tweeted this past week that he was awaiting an AT&T store's opening to inquire about their Nokia Lumia 900. Now, before we all start rubbing it in, he didn't quite say he was buying one for sure, but it's definitely intriguing to know he's at least interested in the Lumia 900 to go check one out in a brick-and-mortar store. Woz is pretty cool about appreciating all manner of good technology, no matter the OS, so we're definitely curious to see if he ended up buying one for his collection of gadgets. Woz, I know you're watching since this is probably your favorite internet show, so just shoot me an email or call me and let me know if you ended up picking up one. One of the bigger stories last week in tech was Facebook purchasing Instagram for $1 billion freaking. And iMore explained why they think Zuck picked up the photo site this past week and what it means for you iOS users. So why would Facebook buy Instagram? Well, Renee thinks it's because they want to acquire a user base of entirely mobile users and effectively intercept the social photography time spent on Instagram that could be spent on Facebook. They'd like to move that interaction back. It's a pretty interesting article that's worth a read, so head over to imore.com to check it out. Honestly, I just want to know why Facebook doesn't spend a fraction of that $1 billion and make a decent mobile app that doesn't completely suck. Yeah, you heard me, Facebook. It's terrible. If there's one thing I can say about the WebOSNation, they are incredibly resourceful. Now that WebOS is way more hands-off on the HP side, the community is becoming more and more independent and creative in their quest to keep their beloved operating system alive. HP Pivot was this beautifully designed digital magazine that supported the app catalog via features, photos, and columns, showcasing the best of WebOS apps and mobile digital lifestyle. And after HP announced its no more hardware plans, Pivot was replaced with this generic featured apps brochure, which is a real bummer for fans of Pivot. But the community wasn't about to let that lovely piece of design go without a fight, and user GMMan has created a proof of concept test issue of a homebrew Pivot. Regardless of what OS you're rocking, that is some serious dedication, people. If you want to get involved, head over to WebOSNation.com. That's it for your Mobile Nations Monday Brief. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/mobilenations. Check out our network of dazzling, entertaining, amazing podcasts at mobilenations.com/shows, and you can follow me on Twitter at Ashley Esqueda. Nations, you have been briefed.